Chapter 9 Grammar. Hi everyone. We're doing Chapter 9 Grammar, and in this chapter we're looking at positives, comparatives, and superlatives, both for adjectives and adverbs. Take the example of a one-syllable word like soft. Okay, so the positive form is soft, the comparative form is softer, the superlative form is softest. So for example, if you're comparing two things and you're saying one is soft, the other is softer, but then a third one is the softest of all. So notice this has one syllable. This is the case for words like clean, cleaner, cleanest, fast, faster, fastest, long, longer, longest, big, bigger, biggest. The positive form begins with one syllable. When you have two-syllable words, you could either do angrier, angriest, and add that I. For example, funnier, funniest. But sometimes you have to add, when it's going bigger or it's expanding, going up a degree, you need to add more or most. So for example, cautious becomes more cautious or most cautious. Freely, that adverb, becomes more freely or most freely. Certain, another adjective, becomes more certain or most certain. So you need to add a more when you're comparing two things, add a most when it's the most certain of all. Same thing goes for three-syllable words. So for example, efficient becomes more efficient. Or when it's the most of all, it becomes most efficient. Or a word like punctual, when you're comparing two people and you want to figure out which one is more punctual, you would say she is more punctual. Or of the entire group, she is the most punctual. Or take the adverb skillfully. He does that task more skillfully than the other boy, or she does that task most skillfully out of everybody. When you want to show that something is less or is decreased by a degree, you use less or least. So, for example, I am proud of you, but he is less proud of you, less proud, and she is the least proud of all. Same thing with patiently. They wait patiently. The kids wait less patiently, and the babies wait least patiently of all. Like almost every grammar rule in English and in foreign language, there's the regular and irregular. So, of course, in English, we have the irregular comparison as well. So a word like bad becomes worse when you're comparing two people, or becomes worst when it's out of a group of people. Good becomes better, best of all. Well, I feel well. I felt better yesterday, but I felt the best 20 years ago. Or take this one. I have a little bit of spare change. Yesterday I had less, but years ago I had the least. Same thing with many, more, most. And other irregular comparisons such as much, more, most, far, farther, farthest. Now we'll try some examples. Which is the more or most famous actor, Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp? What would you say, more or most? You would say more because you're comparing two people, Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp, just two. So say more. I know this shade of blue is a closer match than this one, but we still haven't found the better or best one. Which one would you use? Right, you would say best because you're talking about the best shade of blue of all. Have a look at this one. She has the most uncommon or uncommonest hobby? Right, uncommon, because you already have the word most. There's no such thing as the word uncommonest. You would say most uncommon hobby of all.